Keeping ahead while all around are losing theirs, this tell it someone. First question, of course, could be from Endocron. Where do they get the gators for Gatorade? Okay, well, it's simple, really. I mean, they go to the menswear store and get a bunch of gators. The kind, you use them to. They strap around your calves and hold your socks up. Anyway, what that does is that when you're working out and you're sweating and stuff, I mean in your socks with gaiters on, what happens is all of the sweat drips down your body and down your legs and accumulates in those gaiters. Then what you do is you take those gaiters off and then you throw it into a big vat of lemonade or whatever that blue stuff is, and then you mix it around, you take the gators out, and because that's what Gatorade gives you. It's what the sweat takes out. It's got electrolytes. The sweat has got electrolytes in it, and so it's just the sweat that accumulates in the gators, and then they don't use socks, obviously, because that also contains tinea and stuff. You don't want that. You just want the pure sweat, which comes from the gaiters and not from the socks. I hope this helps. Next question, of course, is from Sharon Needles 319. Is this the succulent Chinese meal guy? You know your judo well. No, I'm not the succulent Chinese meal guy. Yes, as we've already established in 2 previous episodes of this, whatever it is, I do have problems in restaurants, mostly because Grover is the waiter and keeps on making mistakes, like the big hamburger and the little hamburger and the sandwich that does not look like the picture at all. Anyway, so we've got that covered. But gee, this has been Democracy Manifest. Look, all I'm saying is that while I do have problems in restaurants, it's not because I am being arrested because I haven't paid my bills, because I always pay my restaurant bill, except when I don't get the actual food, which is every single time thanks to Grover. Next question, of course, is from Jonathan Stern, 5537. Why do they make burgers taller instead of wider? I don't know why they do. Look, all I know is they well, if you look at the hamburgers these days and you go on Instagram and the burgers are this tall and that, and not only that wide, I mean, you think that's impressive, isn't it? But all they did was they got a lot more bacon and a lot more. They got a lot more bacon, a lot more cheese, and a lot more beef, and they just stacked it up, and it looks. But if you can't actually open your mouth that wide. And I mean, look at those Big Macs. They look impressive on the menu at McDonald's, but when you open it up and you open up the wrapper, which used to be a clamshell made of polystyrene, but now it's just a wrapper made of paper and wax, and you open it up, and it's like this big. It's like this big and that high, and it's tight. You can actually hold it like you're not holding it like this. You're holding it like this, and that's a big one. That's a Big Mac, and it's like tiny. But look, if you wanted a big patty made of. What is it they make? Cows. You want a big cow patty, then you go out into the paddock and you harvest them yourself, but they don't taste very good. I wonder what they do to the ones they put in the hamburger. When they get the cows and they put them on the hamburger, that makes them taste different from what it is on the patty. I'm going to have a look. I'm going to have a look on this device and see if I can find out what it is that makes the patty in the hamburger taste different from the the patty that you find in the paddock. Back to the yeah. So yeah. Don't tell people those sounds happened. I might not want to eat hamburgers, and you don't want people saying they don't want to eat hamburgers. You know what happened to Oprah Winfrey? She actually won that court case, but she ended up giving Dr. Phil to the world, and that's bad. Next question, of course, is from... Oh, it's a comment, apparently. It's from Endocrom. I think there's a bot going to random videos, comment section, and posting religious stuff. I've seen about 3 already just like him. What bot? There's a bot? I don't see any bot. There's just... oh well. Now that yeah. I don't think there's any problems with a lot of people passing away without receiving the free salvation God gave us through His Son Jesus Christ. Jesus
promises to never cast us out and gives us everlasting life through the will of Father. That
no, Jesus was nobody. John 6:38-39. For I come down from heaven not to do mine own will, but the will of Him that sent me. And
who's God now? Sunshine. Next question is the last question of the day, and is from Sandy Campbell, F9U. If God was one of us, just the soul like one of us. Oh, yeah, now I had the expert right here, and now he's gone because I sort of used this to, do unsavoury things. Mostly sped him up so it's not boring. And now I wouldn't know what if God was like one of us, But this thing does give me godlike powers, and that, it's not me, it's not this thing, this is just a prop with my script on it. Well, I use it as a prop, but it's actually an iPad with my script on it. And, but I do the rest of it in editing, But within the world of these videos, that makes me like a god, because I'm I'm doing all sorts of things to the video to make it look like there's another one of me saying stuff from the Bible and then getting sped up and blown up. And that's it to tell someone for this week. If you would like to ask me a question, then ask me a question in the question asking place below that I have provided through the magic of YouTube. They made all these servers and stuff, and they put my video on it, and then they put a place for you to comment on, and you can use that to ask me questions for next week, or you could answer this dovetail question in that manner too, if you want. I'm not stopping you, but I'm not forcing you to, unless you don't want to see another episode. And if nobody writes anything, don't not write anything, then I won't. You know what I mean. I'm dangerously telling that I don't have a cool side of I did mention the dovetail question I put in here. Here it is. Here it is. Here it is.